Seo Jahan paused and said, just a moment.
Hmm.
Yoon Yeo-jin thought to herself. What's he doing? Is it a phone call I shouldn't hear?
Ah.
Seo Jahan took the call and didn't return until after the funeral ceremony was over. When he finally arrived, he was still wearing the same suit. Seo Jahan apologized. Sorry, I'm really late. Yoon Yeo-jin thought to herself. He never intended to stay with me anyway. Yoon Yeo-jin asked. Looks urgent. Why don't you answer it? Seo Jahan awkwardly answered the call. Hello?
Oh.
Right now? I can't. It's not possible. It's a bit tricky. Yoon Yeo-jin thought. I can tell without seeing. It was Cha Seerin. She called, didn't she? Seo Jahan finally hung up and said, Okay, I'll go now. Yoon Yeo-jin asked, What was that call about? Seo Jahan replied evasively, It looks like there's a problem at work. Like you said, it was an urgent matter. I'll be back in a moment. Yoon Yeo-jin thought. I can't believe I fell for that lie.
He's not worried about me.
He's just anxious about getting caught in an affair. Yoon Yeo-jin coldly replied. No need to come back. Yoon Yeo-jin thought. Stay with Cha Seerin for the rest of your life. Seo Jahan hurriedly said. I'll finish the meeting and come straight back. Wait for me, Yeo-jin. Yoon Yeo-jin snorted and muttered. Yoon Yeo-jin then became lost to her thoughts. I'm sorry, grandfather. I'm here again alone, but I still couldn't protect you.
Dad.
A female staff member at the funeral hall came over and called out,
Ma'am.
Ma'am. Yoon Yeo-jin was startled and replied, Yes, yes. The staff member kindly suggested, If you're tired, ma'am, you can rest and come back. Yoon Yeo-jin nodded and said, Yes. Yoon Yeo-jin thought. Wait. She then asked, Is this the coat you put over me, ma'am? The staff member replied, No, it's a men's suit jacket. I think your husband put it over you? Yoon Yeo-jin thought to herself. It wasn't him. Seo Jahan must still be talking with Cha Seerin right now. Then, the jacket seemed familiar, and she remembered having seen it in her past life. She never learned who it belonged to back then. Yoon Yeo-jin said, What is this? Yoon Yeo-jin thought. A passport? Seo Jae-ha. Seo Jae-ha suddenly said, I must have left my passport behind. Yoon Yeo-jin thought to herself. Seo Jae-ha? When did he come back to Korea? I heard he was assigned to the US. Could it be that I'm feeling sympathy for my former fiancé? Yoon Yeo-jin reflected on Seo Jae-ha. He might have been my fiancé, the first son of the Hajin group. The marriage between Hajin's heir and the granddaughter of the W group was arranged the year I was born. And at the time of the engagement, the heir to the Hajin group wasn't Seo Jahan, but Seo Jae-ha. Yoon Yeo-jin thought again. I never imagined I'd end up marrying Seo Jahan. It happened because Seo Jae-ha rejected it. Even when the chairman insisted that if they didn't marry, they'd lose the heirship, he refused and chose to leave for the US. Yoon Yeo-jin thought to herself once more. In my past life, Seo Jae-ha gave up his position as heir and took control of H Media Holdings, which had the largest share in KBC broadcasting. He rapidly made KBC grow and stand out. Almost as if he was going to swallow Hajin whole, Yoon Yeo-jin asked herself, Why didn't I think of him? Yoon Yeo-jin suddenly stood up and said, I'll be right back. The female staff member at the funeral hall was startled. What? Where are you going at this hour?
Ma'am.
Ma'am. Yoon Yeo-jin thought. He might not have left yet. If he's still in the hospital? Still. Yoon Yeo-jin thought again. That citrus scent? It's a familiar perfume smell. Seo Jae-ha appeared then. It's been a long time, Yoon Yeo-jin.